Hello and welcome to Salty About Health. My name is Dalaney Algier, and I'm here with my mom and co-host, Mary. So, Mom, why are we salty about health?
Good question. It's because both of us have had struggles, some more serious than others, and no one showed us simple ways we could jump into the driver's seat and take control.
And why are we sharing our views with our listeners?
Well, because we want our listeners to realize that it may take time, but with some simple knowledge about health, they'll be able to make a few changes and dig deeper to take control of their well-being and live a more vibrant life.
That's fantastic. But right now, before we get into all of that, we just need to do some housekeeping. Here we go. This is an opinion-based podcast. This is not in any way offered as a diagnosis or treatment for any disease, illness, or infirmity for physical or mental condition or any other condition you may have. We are not doctors or practitioners of any kind. Persons needing medical care should obtain it from a medical practitioner. So, consult your practitioner before making any health decision. The opinions offered here in this podcast are ours alone. Again, we're not doctors, and the banter you're going to be listening to is our view and our view alone. Okay, that's done. We, of course, also want to have an open dialogue with our listeners. So stay tuned to the end of the episode, and we'll let you know all of the ways that we can connect. Welcome, everyone. We are so glad you are here with us today for episode 10. We have a subject we're going to talk about that may actually surprise you. We are going to talk about the health benefits of donating blood. Who knew, right? So, Mom, what are the health benefits of donating blood?
Yeah, right. Who knew that doing something life-saving for someone else, like donating blood, is also good for the person who is donating the blood? Every 2 seconds, someone in the United States needs blood, and more than 41,000 blood donations are needed every day, according to the American Red Cross. There are about 5 million Americans that need a blood transfusion every day. And by donating blood, you can help in treating patients suffering from cancer, bleeding disorders, chronic anemia associated with cancer, sickle cell anemia, and other hereditary blood abnormalities.
Wow, I actually didn't know that. So there were so many reasons people needed blood. I really did just think it was for accidents and surgeries.
Yeah, I know. I thought the same thing too. I donate blood, but never really gave it a lot of thought. So I also looked up the health benefits of donating blood and was amazed at how it can help the donor also. So we'll tell the listeners how donating blood may help their health, but I think I originally started getting curious about this because once I heard someone say that women after menopause, after they go through menopause, it's a great idea to give blood.
Okay.
And it's for their health. So when I didn't know why,
Yeah.
but I think we're going to find out.
Yeah, we are. Because I think, at least in school and everything, especially in college for me, they would bring it to the campus to get people to do it. And they're like, oh, it's so good for you. It's so good for you. But I didn't know why. But
did you ever donate?
Yes, I think. So I am super anemic. And so one time I tried, I know, oh my gosh. One time I tried and I was like, I don't know what the threshold, is it 21? Is like,
I can't remember.
Something. I was like right below it. Like, say if it was supposed to be 21, I don't know what the actual number is, but I was like at a 18. So I was really close, but no dice. The next time they came to campus, I think I went out to eat off campus and got myself a steak and ate it. And then I went and I was like exactly at 21. And I was really excited that I just made it with my iron.
Very good. I know when I was young, I had a really hard time giving blood, but I had really heavy periods.
Okay.
So
yeah, I mean, I kind of do, but They're not super heavy, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
But I don't have a problem now. I'm one of those people who've gone through menopause, so I don't have a problem. My iron's not a problem.
Yeah. So that's why this first health benefit is funny to me, because this is definitely not a problem I am struggling with. But actually, for a lot of people, giving blood can reduce harmful iron stores.
Yes, 1 in every 200 people in the United States is affected by a condition called hemochromatosis, and most don't even know it. Hemochromatosis is a disease that causes an iron overload and is labeled as the most common genetic disease among Caucasians by the Mayo Clinic. Donating blood reduces the body's extra iron stores. It is the preferred treatment for patients with excess iron in the blood. And did you realize that you knew somebody that had that?
Oh, no. Who?
Yeah, when we were in Germany, the two boys, I forget the mom's name.
Oh my gosh. Wait, Austin and Dallas?
Yeah. So we
Ah!
won't we won't say anything else.
No, but they're named after, yeah, places in Texas, which was so cool to me as a child.
And I remember her saying something, and they would have to go give blood, or, they were young at the time, but, they would have to go in and get blood drawn.
Oh, wow.
So, and I
That's
didn't know it
interesting.
was that prevalent, and
No,
apparently it is.
I've never heard of it. So what happens if you do have it and don't give blood? Like, what does excess iron do to you?
Oh, we're going to find out. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
definitely. It's
Okay.
harmful
Jumping
for
the
the
gun.
body. And I think most people find out when they're young because they'll start having symptoms. So that's why they say after menopause for women, it's good because it keeps the iron count down also. But researching this article, I had no idea that there was an age limit on giving blood. I figured if you were
What?
healthy and spry and whatever, but yes, it is. The ages are, 16 with permission, and I think 17 to 60
To
is,
60?
yeah, that's not
Nuh-uh.
very old.
No
That's what I read.
way. So did they just not use grandfather's blood that he donated? Because he was well
Yeah,
over 60 when I
well,
would
see,
visit them in Florida. Yeah, because he was older than Graham's, right? Sorry, everyone, for my family history.
yeah, but I
Yeah, and
I
I
just
went
read
down
that.
there for, I won't say her age because Grams, you're only 50. I get it. But she hit a big. I remember being down there and celebrating like a big birthday for her, and grandfather was giving blood still, and it was over 60.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I know. I was surprised. I was surprised when I read that, and I read that in a few different places, and I thought, because I know your grandfather gave blood all the time, and I
Yeah.
thought, this must be something new, or so maybe
Do
I
they
don't
like
know.
not use it maybe if you're over 60? Like, because you said it's good for you to give blood, but maybe
Oh
it's
no, they
not
would
good to
use.
take it.
No, if
No.
you're going to a blood bank and
Oh,
they take it, they'll
yeah.
use it.
Huh.
So yeah, as much need as we have for blood, I don't know. I guess we'll have to clarify that.
It is up
Okay.
for debate. If anyone knows, let us know.
Please
Yeah.
email us.
But the next one is, it also helps us maintain a healthy heart and liver. So that's always a plus.
Yes, yes, it is. Blood donation is beneficial in reducing the risk of heart and liver ailments caused by the iron overload in the body. Intake of an iron-rich diet may increase the iron levels in the body, and since only limited proportions can be absorbed, excess iron gets stored in the heart, liver, and pancreas. Never knew that, huh?
No.
This, in turn, increases the risk of cirrhosis, liver failure, damage to the pancreas, and heart abnormalities like irregular heart rhythms. Blood donation helps in maintaining the iron levels and reduces the risk of various health ailments. So, donating blood at least once a year could reduce your risk of a heart attack by 88%, according
Wow.
to a study conducted by the American Journal of Epidemiology. And because high levels of iron in the blood constrict your blood vessels and create more risk of a heart attack, depleting those extra iron deposits by donating blood gives your vessels more room to operate.
I guess that kind of makes sense because the heart is a muscle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess with our muscle that we have everywhere else, stuff gets stored into that all the time. I just always thought the heart was kind of its own little like oasis, like the only thing that ever went in it was blood. But I guess if it's a muscle, that all that's junk, well, not junk, I guess iron's not junk, but all that other stuff goes into it as well.
Oh, there's lots of things. I mean, look at dogs get heartworms, things go everywhere. And I tried to give blood a few weeks ago, but now they're taking temperatures. They said I had a slight fever. And I know, so I couldn't because of what's going on now. Everybody, takes your temperature when you go into a place like that. So I will try again. I'll make an appointment, but I don't really know where, I was going with this. But it is good to try to give blood, and it will be interesting if I can give blood next time what my iron level is, because I read the carnivore code, and I thought for a month I'll do that diet to see how that is. And that's really obviously rich in iron.
Yes.
So
yeah, that will be interesting. You'll have to update us.
Yeah, I'd love to find out what my iron count is.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't given blood a lot, but I kind of do use it as like, am I anemic today?
And we'll find out. They run other tests on your blood, so it's cool. So it's kind of like a mini checkup.
That is cool. I need to get my fiance in there because he doesn't know his blood type.
Crazy. Everybody should know their blood type.
I know, that's what I said, but we were in the military, so I was a military child, but so like you just know it there.
He will when you go to have children, because they have to know if they're, I know you're not negative, but
nope, I am B positive. Stay positive. That's me.
And I'm O positive, the universal donor.
Boom. That was like
everybody likes me. Oh, okay, there.
You're just like boom, roasted. Anyways, okay, so another one, which this is obviously pretty cool because everyone hates cancer. This giving blood has anti-cancer benefits. Tell me more.
Yeah, blood donation helps in lowering the risk of cancer. By donating blood, the iron stores in the body are maintained at healthy levels. A reduction in the iron level in the blood is linked with low cancer risk. Consistent blood donation is associated with lower risks of cancer, including liver, lung, colon, stomach, and throat cancers. Risk levels dropped in correlation with how often participants donated blood. As a rule, you can donate every 56 days, which is 8 weeks, every 8 weeks.
Oh, okay. Another, I think, health thing that everyone thinks about a lot is lowering your cholesterol.
Yep. So as we've been mentioning, blood contains iron. If the iron in blood is in overload, cholesterol can be oxidized, and this can mean that there will be a blockage in blood vessels. Therefore, it takes blood donation to reduce the amount of iron in the blood.
So all of this is just telling me that I should be very thankful that I'm anemic. It's like, I definitely don't have too much iron. This is hilarious.
I know, really. They tell you it's bad to be anemic, but listening to this podcast, you think it probably has a few benefits.
Oh, and it's so funny because it sounds like there's so many health issues related to high iron. I feel like everyone actually has too much iron, but I think we do push that because you've got Popeye the Sailor Man and the spinach, right? Everyone is doing green. Yeah. Everybody's doing green spinach smoothies and talking about protein and iron, and it sounds like the iron, may be a cause of a lot of the issues,
Maybe we should do an episode on that. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. So another thing is giving blood can reveal any potential health problems you have. So I think this goes to what we were talking about earlier, where because they do test your blood and see what's what with it. So tell me what those tests are.
Yeah, well, it's not the same as, a trip to the doctor, but donating blood can be another way to keep an eye on your cardiovascular health. You'll receive a mini physical prior to the blood draw, in which someone will check your pulse, blood pressure, body temperature, hemoglobin, and more. And this can sometimes shed light on issues you didn't even know about, kind of like you being anemic.
Mm-hmm.
An occasional checkup on your blood quality could be the key to spotting a health issue before it becomes life-threatening. After your blood is collected, it's sent off to a lab where it will undergo 13 different tests for infectious diseases like HIV and West Nile virus, which we have talked about West Nile virus in one of the other episodes. If anything comes back positive, you'll be notified immediately. So I think that's really cool.
That is, yeah. That's, I mean, it's good that they tell you too.
Yeah, and we were talking before the podcast, and I don't know if they test for it, but one of the Lyme co-infections, Babesia, can be transmitted in a blood transfusion, and they've documented 179 cases of that being transmitted in a blood transfusion. But they know, like, if you've had a blood transfusion, they know what to look for, and if you're having issues.
Okay. I was going to say, I wonder if that's part of the 13 tests now.
Yeah, I don't know. It would be, nice to know. Yeah, that alone might get more people to donate blood to know what, the outcomes are to those 13 tests.
And another big thing that blood donation does is it obviously what goes out must come in, right? So if you are getting rid of blood, then you also get to replenish your blood and make new blood. Yay.
Yes. So when you donate blood, your body replaces the blood volume within 48 hours of donation. And all of the red blood cells you lose during donation are completely replaced within 4 to 8 weeks. This process of replenishment can help your body stay healthy and work more efficiently and productively. So it's good to kind of, clean that out and get the old out and then get the new in.
It's like spring cleaning for your blood.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to do.
It's kind of like what I do. So I do those like box subscription things for clothes. So I actually do the thrift store one, which I like. So they like send you like clothes options. But I have decided that every time I like decide to keep something out of the box, I have to get rid of something out of my closet to like balance it. So I feel like this is the same.
And I feel your fiance is very thankful that you do that.
Yes, I'm being good. Yes. I am sticking to my closet.
Now, when you moved, then you went through all your closets and got rid of all that extra, so you don't want to start piling up again.
Closets. I had one. It was a walk-in.
That's amazing. Nice. It was like it was like some dark hole. The stuff you would pull out of there, I'm like, how does it hold that much stuff?
It was fantastic. Yes, the apartment that I got in New England, it was great. And like the person before me left all the shelving that they add. I'm definitely sure they added. I don't think the apartment complex like kept like put in all that shelving for people, but it was just I don't know, designed by a woman, I'd have to say, because it was just exactly everything was the height I needed, and like all the different shelves for like shoes even. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And it's gone now, but it's okay.
You've had to downsize.
I've had to downsize, yes. But okay, so another great thing that giving blood does is it increases antioxidant enzymes, which I don't know what those are. So why is that good?
Yeah, that's a good thing. Blood donation elevates antioxidant enzymes such as superoxide dismutase, also called SOD, is an important enzyme that helps protect against the damage of reactive oxygen species as it decreases oxidative stress. And I think that's basically when you have that, it kind of turns it into H2O2. What is that? Hydrogen peroxide, and which then goes to water. So it kind of makes it harmless in your system.
Cool.
So, yeah. Antioxidants may protect your cells against the effects of free radicals, which are produced when your body breaks down food or is exposed to things like tobacco, smoke, or radiation. And free radicals are thought to play a role in the development of heart disease and cancer, among other conditions.
Oh, wow.
And I am so sure that we will be doing a different episode on free radicals.
Okay.
Someday.
That'll be interesting because the only I think when I think radicals, I think of like my physics class where you talk about atoms and stuff, and the where CERN, I think, is where it is, somewhere in France or whatever. They have like the particle accelerator thing, and they smash atoms together to see what comes off from the collision.
Cool.
It is really cool. My physics professor in college, he was involved with it way back when, and he helped discover the boson. That always stuck with me.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, but that's how they found all that the stuff, and that atoms have quarks and this, and there's more to them, and it's because they were smashing them together out there. So
yeah, I want to name if I ever get a dog or something, Quark.
You want to name it Quark? That's so cute.
That and the what's the other I forget the other in the space. They didn't think anything was in that space, and then they started finding all that. So
I don't know. Like dark matter?
Yeah. Oh, I read an excellent article on dark matter the other day. I know you were fascinated with that, so I read the article. It was interesting.
That's great. Oh my gosh.
But I'm not a physicist, so whatever I just said is probably all wrong. So
no, yeah, me too. I probably I said all this stuff I know it, but this is what I kind of heard in physics class. What is it, 8 years ago now? So I probably said it wrong, but
no, at least you took physics. I never did. So you know more than I do.
Physics. Oh my gosh, that was the fun part of physics, and then we had to do the electromagnetism stuff, and that was just so I'm a mechanical engineer, so the electrical stuff I was like, I don't like this anyways. Okay, so the final thing about giving blood, our most favorite thing about giving blood, this is what motivates, I don't know, all college kids across America anyways, is you might get freebies and definitely snacks.
Yes, you definitely get snacks. I don't know if they're, the appropriate snacks, but they do have them out there. Because when I went up there and she goes, "Oh, you have a slight temperature." She goes, "I feel so bad. Why don't you get some snacks?" And it was all, I don't know, Kit Kat bars and M&Ms. I'm like, "No, that's okay, but thank you."
Oh my gosh, my college used to, from some restaurant down the road, they would get these cinnamon twist things. Yeah, before I knew I was gluten-free, I had a few.
Sound like the kind of like the fry bread too.
Yeah, it's like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So who doesn't love free stuff? It may seem like a silly benefit, but we all love free things. And organizations give out free t-shirts, scarves, water bottles, lunch bags, hats, and more. And after a successful donation, they do have beverages and snacks for you to eat and to get your strength back. Mm-hmm. When I started giving blood, when I was down with your grandparents in Florida, I wasn't expecting it, but they gave out really awesome stuff, freebies. They did. You get a $10 Lowe's card.
Oh my gosh.
Plus, I got a cooler, a blanket, I mean, it was great. So every time I went down there to visit them, I gave blood down there. It was, I mean, I want to give blood just to be altruistic. I really do just want to give blood to
Mhm.
help other people, but it is a nice bonus.
But the free stuff is nice too.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I'm really excited I'm pumped to give blood. Okay. But we do have to think about, are there any risks in giving blood?
And there are some risks to consider when deciding if you can give blood. While most people give blood with few adverse effects, others experience discomfort during or after donating. Some common side effects are dizziness, faintness, lightheadedness, and nausea.
Mm.
And most often, changes in your body that come from losing blood cause these side effects. So try resting and keeping your fluid intake up. Eat whole foods and stay hydrated. In fact, I drink a lot of water before I give blood. If I know I'm going in that morning, I definitely, if people drink coffee, I do stay away from that. I drink a lot of water, and then they have it there also while you're donating, and you can ask for as many. And I always start off with 2. I say, just give me 2. And then if I need more, I call them over and they'll give me more. So I usually go through 3 or more bottles. And then I always take one home. That's a snack. I take them. I don't take their snacks. So, or I'll bring my own. Yeah, I take a water. So I definitely stay hydrated and need to, because I'm one of those people. It's a slow process for me. For some reason, my blood just comes out slowly. There's a time limit, and I'm there usually longer than other people.
Oh, wow.
But I think with some of the things I'm doing now, I've noticed my blood flows it's thinner, which is good. So just definitely stay hydrated and eat a good meal before you go.
Yeah, go get that steak.
Yeah, but you probably want to do it a good hour. How long does it take to digest? Because your blood will go to your digestive system to help digest that food. So when you get up in the morning, eat a really good meal, stay hydrated, and then by the time you go to give blood, you should be fine. I don't know what to tell people who don't like needles. I don't like the needle there. I hate it in the elbow kind of area, the crook of the arm.
But where else would they do it?
Oh, that's where they do it. And when I go, so I don't like that feeling, but I do it because I just try to keep everything really still. I know when I go to the hospital, and if I have to get an IV or something, like if I've had a surgery or whatever, I make them put it on the top of my hand or somewhere else.
See, that creeps me out more.
No, I do not want it. For some reason, I don't like it right there where they have to give it, but it doesn't bother me. It's only, however long, and then it goes away. So,
oh my gosh, I think I'm paranoid about it in your hand, because like in all the movies and everything, the first thing they do is just like rip it off, and I'm like, oh gosh.
I like it in the back of the hand.
No, I don't.
But you can't, get blood from there. But yeah, I remember getting. Well, it depends. I mean, if you get like vitamin C IVs and stuff, there are certain veins they have to use. But I would try to get them to go, a little lower down on the arm, because I didn't like that, part of my arm.
So my right arm has like a better vein than my left one. I guess it's just like closer to the surface or something. So it's such a bummer, because I'm right-handed, and every time I have to like do a blood sample at the doctor's or something, I'm like, like, I used to have them try the left. I've given up. They just see the right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When I was younger, I'd always be like, well, can you try here? And I'd have to like, squeeze my fist and like try to pump it up. And so now they just look at my arms and they like won't even ask, and they just go for the right. And I'm like, dang it.
So you must take after me, because I have a huge one that nobody could miss on the right, and then much smaller on the left. But what I do is, they'll say, which arm do you prefer? And I say, I prefer my left. But if you have trouble or you think you'll have trouble getting, the needle in, then go ahead and go for the right, because they always eye the right and go, oh, wow, that's easy. But I make them work a little because I'm right-handed too, so I don't like that one being, but it is large.
That's great. So, well, if you have never given blood and all our talk about needles has motivated you to make an appointment and give it a try, I know that the recipient of your blood donation will be so grateful for that gift. And for those of you who don't know your blood type, like my fiance, this is a great way to find out. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us for this episode. Well, thanks everyone for listening. And again, we want to hear from you guys. We always want to hear from you guys. Please, please, please reach out to us. And here are just a few ways that you can do that. You can reach out via Instagram and Facebook. Find us at Salty About Health. Even Snapchat at Salty Health. You can email us at saltyabouthealth@gmail.com. Or if you just want to find all that in one place, check out our website, saltyabouthealth.com. We've got all the ways for you to listen and connect there. And finally, if you like what you hear today, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. We really appreciate it. So, Mom, if they want to hear from you on social media, where can they find you?
Okay, I am a certified health coach and I do coach one-on-one. So if you're interested, you can contact me at mary@feedyourselfhealthy.com. I also do research for people who are interested in finding alternative approaches to do in conjunction with the health issue or illness their doctor is treating them for. So again, just reach out to me at mary@feedyourselfhealthy.com or follow me on Twitter at feedyourselfhealthy, which is spelled FEEDURSELFHLTHY. That's where they can find me.
Cool. Okay. And if you guys want to find me, I'm not a health coach, but I'm on Instagram hanging out there at Dalaney.a. Find out how to spell my name in the show notes and everything. And of course, I'll be the one mainly keeping an eye on the social media. So always happy to chat with you guys via the Salty Network. Also, just want to shout out our intro and outro music. It is by Yule. And you can find her at www.yulearts.com. That's EULARTS. You can also find her on Instagram at Yule_arts or Spotify and YouTube. Check her out. Her piano music and everything else is amazing. And until next time, stay salty.
Stay salty.